Namaste, Jai Bharat. Recently, many of our flights were disturbed. Bharat's airlines received spurious messages that they planted bombs. The flight will explode en route. Such messages came, and then it's natural that we'll bring the flight back. And of course, we will only be relieved when we find that this message was spurious. But then these things we'll always take serious. We have to take serious. And then the Sikh for Justice group, Sikh for Justice. I will come to the concept of Sikh. Before that, the Khalistan movement, then the Sikh for Justice movement. They have already crushed one of our airlines with passengers some time back, of course, and that person got acquitted from Canadian court, if I am not wrong. To begin with, I don't think they are Sikhs, because we, people in Bharat, and in our Sanskriti, we know what a Sikh means. And the Sikh knows what a Sikh means. Sikh means this. We have a concept of Sikh, which is essentially sacrifice. See, when we common people, like especially those who lived in Punjab, me lived in Punjab, I studied in the Punjab University. It's normal for us to go to a Sikh to seek help than anyone else. If you happen to see a Sardar, we'll go to him. Papa ye kar le. We have confidence in a Sikh. That's a nation's feeling. We know that the Sikhs are dependable. So we know who the Sikhs are. We know what the Sikhs are. And the Sikhs know who their gurus are. And you talk about these people who claim to be Sikhs, they are not Sikhs. They are not Sikhs. We refuse to accept them as Sikhs. The Khalistanis, they can't be Sikhs in the real sense, in any sense of the term. So we don't accept them as Sikhs, but yet they claim to be Sikhs and they want Khalistan. Sikhs should give us justice. Sikhs had been giving justice to us, to all Bharat, in whichever capacity, in their whatever limitations. The Sikhs had been delivering justice and comfort to the entire Bharat in the past, and even now they keep doing it. And then you are asking that Sikhs want justice from whom? You are providers of justice to us. I am talking about Sikhs, not these separatist Khalistanis. They are not Sikhs. How can we accept them as Sikhs who do not understand Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj? Don't follow him. They don't follow him. They don't follow any of the Sikh Gurus. Guru Arjan Dev, you don't know him. Nanak Ji Maharaj chodiye. You cannot even go near him. Don't say Satnam Vaheguru. You don't deserve to repeat that. Because you are not Sikhs. I can say. Many like me can say. Many like me. There is real Vaheguru the Khalse. Vaheguru the Fateh. There is real. But none of you belong to this category. The Sikh and still claim to be Sikhs, spurious you are. You have nothing to do with Sikh Dharma. You can't be like this if you are a Sikh. Absolutely not. This is not the kind of Sikhs we know. And these are not the kind of Sikhs the Sikhs themselves know. And what kind of administration Canadian government is running, I don't understand. You are letting a group of people use your land for separatism in another nation. That's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. The people of Canada would not support such administration, I'm sure. They are not fools, the people of Canada. Citizens of Canada, they are not fools. They know or they understand that these separatists are making a living out of these kind of separatism. Like look at the Hamas, look at the Hezbollah, look at any such terrorist outfit. They make a living out of it and they live in luxury. Data is available, how these people live. What kind of luxury they living in the within the tunnels. The tunnels luxury. Whatever is possible, they're doing it. For they don't have freedom, they just can't move out as they feel like. That's a different story. They ask for it. That's a different story. But then they are never short of funds. Can afford to be vanity bags of lakhs for their spouse. They live in such. So they really make a comfortable living out of terrorism. This group, Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthi, such people, they make a comfortable living out of terrorism and authority. They think they have authority. They think they have power because they can do whatever they feel like. If that is authority, yes, of course. They can do whatever they feel like. And no one will ask them, apparently. So long as they are within the terrorist frame, they also will have a frame within the terrorist frame. And these separatists, the Spanu and company, these separatists living in Canada, they are not our citizens. They are not Sikhs in any sense of the term. They are your citizens, and standing there, they are calling Sikhs for justice. Sikhs provide justice to us. And you want justice from whom? You want separate. The Punjabis don't want a separate Sikh Khalistan. No Sikh in Bharat wants a separate Khalistan. Their meaningful existence is with us, others, the entire Bharat. You go, you see any corner of this nation, Bharat. You show me one place where you don't find a Sikh, either running a business or employment. And show me one regiment where the number of Sikhs are not in abundance. Our defense forces, be it police, army, navy, air force, the real backbone of our forces are Sikhs. And nationalism we learn from them. And you call yourself a Sikh? We refuse to accept. Because you don't, of course, you can't. You don't deserve to be called a Sikh because you don't go by the Guru's wisdom. You have Sikh Gurus. They have lived, suffered, sacrificed themselves for the society, for this nation. And you've learned nothing from them. You are making a living out of this. Like the jihadi terrorists. They are making a living out of their religion. One religion. Here you are making a living out of this, claiming yourself as Sikhs. No way, we refuse to accept your Sikhs. And Canada, the people of Canada, should know that whom your administration is supporting. I am sure the people of Canada would not like this. They would not stand for any injustice. They have nothing to do with whatever these people speak. They have their own business to look after. They have their own ways of living. They have their own ways of existence. Why should they bother about these people speaking anything? And they want Khalistan in Canada. And the present administration supports it. Instead of deporting these people, we have declared them as criminals. They are not our citizens, of course. But we have deported them. We have got cases against them. All kinds of serious cases are there. You should have deported them to us. You can't do that. You are supporting them instead. Giving them space to create a risk. Don't you think that you will suffocate from your own waste? Don't you think that these things will bounce back? Like the deep state has done such blunders in the past. So they keep doing it at the same time. They have done such a lot of lessons, everything bounced back. Finally, they pay for it. Finally, they pay for it. Such big blunders you have done. And accepting, one example is simple, accepting refugees from from the Islamic terrorist groups, and then you have lost law and order in your land. Now cry. No sensible people have, no sensible nations have ever accepted these people, refugees. You wanted to be great humanitarians, and you have spoiled your own society. You have law and order problem. You have law and order problem to that bad extent just because of these actions. So please, the people of Canada should refuse such administrations interfering in someone else's business and promoting, actually it is abetting separatism in your own soil. Why should you? The people of sensible people, I am telling you, and they have their own legacy and history. They have never interfered in anyone else's affair. And this administration, I don't want to take the name, otherwise it's easy for me to take the name. You know these names who do such things. So I'm sure things will be alright. You will throw out this regime whenever it is possible, so that you will have a meaningful existence, and your resources will be spent for yourselves instead of supporting these terrorists. They're kind of terrorists. Actually, they are terrorists groups who are separatists in our perspectives. So we meet again. Till we meet again, it's Namaste, Jai Bharat, and Jai Shri Ram.